for the benefit of our radio producer Dennis back in the studio, we're going to carry some, not all, of the homecoming festivities. We have a mic ready to pick up most of the audio, and we'll be showing the kids arriving in their cars at halftime and all that. Expect about a 30-minute halftime, so be prepared for that. Once we get the team to come out of the tunnel, get the overlay back up on the screen, I'll start giving you a countdown. Still plenty of time. Okay, for the benefit of the countdown on the radio side, we're going to go in 6 minutes and 20 seconds. I'll get you right at 6 minutes so you'll know. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go in 6 minutes on the radio side. 6 minutes.
The band, plumes and all. Well, I'm sure they fill it up with ice and water about an hour and a half ago, so I'm sure it stays good.
5 minutes from Mark. 5 minutes to the radio side. Four minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drum line's down there, band's on the left. They need to pay attention when they put their bass drums on because the logos are upside down.
Three minutes to airtime in right there. 3 minutes.
Golf cart. They're all over down there by the 10 in the end zone, too.
Coming to the 2-minute warning in 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 minutes. Inside a minute. Inside 1 minute. Well, good evening and welcome to Viking Field. It's homecoming as the Mazama Vikings tangle with the Hidden Valley Mustangs. With past David, I'm Randy Adams. Dennis Langford is in the CBS radio studio. Joe Brett, the executive producer of Table Rock Sports on the video side, welcomes you to this broadcast. Well, here we are, David.
Well, it's good to be here. It's been a couple of weeks.
It's been 2 weeks since we had a ball game. We did not get a chance to play last week due to the forfeiture of Ashland in their ball game against us here. Mazama picking up an easy 1-0 victory.
2-0, I saw.
Was it 2?
Yes, 2-0.
So they have yet another shutout to tout, but the Vikings, the number 1 ranked team in the state, and Hidden Valley, a team that had a good season last year, but having a little bit of a down and rebuilding year this year.
Yeah, you were mentioning they lost a lot of seniors, and as I looked through the roster, a lot of underclassmen, and as always, no size to match up to Mazama.
It's going to be a great night for football, and once again, we are blessed with summertime temperatures.
Oh, yeah. It was
here.
80 degrees when we got here about an hour ago, and it's beautiful right now. The sun's gone down. A little bit of smoke haze to accentuate God's creation. And if I should pan down here to the student section, but it must be Hawaiian shirt night. Do you know what the theme is this evening?
I think it is.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it is.
If I would have known.
Well, heck, you always dress like you're in Hawaii anyway, being retired now.
That's correct. And homecoming is always a gas. I was thinking about it. There's 3 kids and 3 grandkids ago. I've been to several homecomings here for many reasons.
Well, the Mazama Vikings come in with a 5-0 overall record, ranked number 1 in Class 4A in Oregon. Hidden Valley comes in with a 2-3 record, and Hidden Valley losing their opening league game to Klamath Union by a score of 10-8. We will come back with more as we bring you the pregame show after this 2-minute break on CBS Sports Radio and TableRockSports.net. Back in 2 minutes.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Fuel up for your race day adventures with Pinnacle 365. Pit for your early morning caffeine fix to help you get off to a good start and be rewarded with free motivation. Stay hydrated as you ride into Turn 2. And if fountain drinks are your thing, get your 6th free. Add Crunch to your lunch as you head into Turn 3. Fuel up for the remainder of the race with your Peak Rewards app and save at least 16 cents a gallon. Your daily journey to the winner's circle starts at Pinnacle 365.
You find information about paying for medical treatment after a car crash? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
I just got the best deal at US Cellular. Just $29 for one line.
For the first month only, right? That's how they get you.
For as long as I want. Why so skeptical?
I was told she'd weigh 30 pounds.
Get unlimited data for just $29 per line, even just one, only at US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Get one line for just $29 at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive US Cellular authorized agent. Visit souscellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Back here at Viking Field, getting set for the opening kick. Mazama and Hidden Valley, the Mustangs out of Murphy. As mentioned, they've been, it's kind of a hard program to figure out in the last few years because Hidden Valley actually dropped down to Class 3A for a season or two when they were having some rough times in Class 4A. And all of a sudden, they played for the 3A state championship.
Crazy. And that's a great place to go watch a football game, too. I'd never been there before until we went there last year for our game. And spectacular crowd, spectacular facility. Everybody's really into it. And it truly is Hidden Valley.
It is. I mean, you don't know it's there until you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how hidden it is. But it's an interesting. Just to see the last 10 years how that program has gone up and down and up and down. Mazama has been a steady incline, if you will, 9 years in a row. They have been the conference champion. This is a brand new Big Sky Conference, if you will. So this is not the Skyline anymore, at least for the next 4 years. It'll be the Big Sky. And just in football, we have North Bend and Marshfield. Don't have to worry about North Bend and Marshfield in basketball or baseball. Just the football.
Interesting.
Leagues are different. And this one for Mazama tends to be a little bit more competitive with the addition of North Bend, Marshfield, and Ashland this year. Phoenix has dropped down to 3A for the time being, but I think you'll see the Pirates as they rebuild and start to get some kids back out for the program after that devastating fire that pretty much decimated not just the community but the school in attendance.
Well, when your student base has nowhere to live, it's tough to have a student base.
Exactly.
Our prayers and wishes of goodwill go out to that area.
Get you by the way, the officials for tonight's game. I'll get those to you here in just a moment. And here they are. The referee is Miles Morey. Rob Sellers is the umpire. The linesman is Eric Thornton. Keanu McCune. Keanu is the line judge, and the back judge is Jim Johnston, former head coach, I believe. Jim Johnston.
Triad and Hosanna.
Triad and Hosanna both. Out there giving back after coaching.
And a good man to have out there on the field. You know, we talk all the time about how short-handed we are in the area of referees, and it's good to see a man with his kind of experience taking the lead and showing everybody what a good thing it is to do.
The other games in the Big Sky Conference tonight, Klamath Union at Henley. It's also Henley's homecoming tonight over at Hill O'Brien Field, which, by the way, is the only field now that does not have artificial turf in the Big Sky. And Marshfield will play at Ashland tonight, North Bend with the league bye this evening. All right, Vikings are going to get the football to start, and we're going to get started here ourselves. We get the traditional...
Yes, indeed.
Speaker blowing introduction from Tom Keller, and we're good to go as Hidden Valley. North Valley not in the league anymore. I won't be making that mistake too much in the next 4 years, I hope.
What goes around comes around. Who knows?
Hidden Valley kicking from left to right, a very short kick, and it's fielded by the Vikings at the 30-40-yard line. Return to the 40, 45, up to the 47, and down. And so it's a 1st and 10 for the Vikings of Mazama. Homecoming night will have some of those festivities for you on the video side as well as radio, but we'll be feeding you as much of that as we can here throughout the evening. Mazama will move from right to left, near side hash, and 1st and 10 from their own 48. Pretty good place to start their first series as Van Gastel keeps it outside 40 and 37 and out of bounds. Tyson Van Gastel, he's a threat to run, and that was nothing more than a design quarterback sweep.
And that's the way we roll.
First down, Mazama, 11 seconds into the football game.
A great team of well-conditioned athletes can keep banging that ball for 4 full quarters.
Temperature in the mid-70s as we start this broadcast.
It's beautiful.
A great night for a homecoming game here at Mazama High School. First and 10 Vikings. Man comes in motion. Here's the give straight ahead to Anderson. He's got a big hole, and he may take it. Trevor Anderson into the end zone. That's a Mazama touchdown. 2 plays into the ball game.
And not to sound overconfident, but not overly surprised at that.
Well, we talked a little bit off air, you and I, about the size differential on the line in particular. Hidden Valley, with only one player with decent weight on the line, Mazama will control that line of scrimmage all night long. As Marcus Aloha Ford will attempt the extra point. Snap down. Kick is on the way and
automatic.
Good.
7-zip.
Vikings off to a very early 7-0 lead on homecoming night 2022 over Hidden Valley. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
New phone? Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer. Any brand? With any size? Mm-hmm. I got exactly what I wanted. It was great to have so many different options.
New and current customers can get any phone from any brand free. Only at US Cellular.
New and current customers get any phone free at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Trace Horton on the kickoff for Mazama. Decent return for Hidden Valley up to near the 30-yard line. 25 seconds into the game, and Mazama already with a 7-0 lead.
As it should be, said the hometown announcer.
Hidden Valley will mix the pass and the run, from what I understand, quite a bit tonight. See if the Viking defense under defensive coordinator Bo Fullerton is ready to roll here again. And maybe pitch another shutout, who knows. Iwanizu goes in motion. Here's Klingler on first down, throws out on the flat, has him out there and complete. Up to about the 40. Decent gain. That's a first down for Hidden Valley. So they moved the ball well on that first play against the Vikings. 7-0 Mazama just underway. Homecoming 2022 for the Vikes. They're going to give the ball straight ahead. Boy, Mazama's going to give up another first down. That's across the 50 into Mazama territory. One of the better athletes on the team, Iwamizu, picking up the first down.
He's the workhorse for that team.
205-pound, 5'11" running back. Daniel Iwamizu, a senior, picking up the first down for Hidden Valley. Ball in Mazama territory at the 48-yard line. Here's the snap. Klingler to throw out on the flat again. That's Iwanizu, and the third time he touches the ball. This time Trevor Anderson gets to him without any getting even a half a yard, I don't think.
I think they lost a couple.
Yeah, second down. Actually, more than that, loss of 4 yards. Wow. 2nd down and 14. Vikings itching to get back on the field tonight after not playing last week against Ashland.
Can you imagine Vic's challenge in keeping those guys motivated yet calm at the same time?
Klingler's going to be hit for a loss. Looked like a broken play. He took the snap, went to hand the ball off. One player went one way, and he did the opposite. And Austin Klingler.
Well, they must have watched that Bronco game last night.
Well, they got the Bronco colors, blue and orange. Loss of even more yards there. Now it's 3rd down and 23 for Hidden Valley. Coach Bickley's down on the sideline between the 30 and the 35. Barking out some instructions to the defense. Klingler with receivers everywhere on 3rd down takes a snap. Alone in the backfield, going to run it himself, try to pick up the 1st down. He does, and more. 40, 35, out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Klingler with a great read on the quarterback. He didn't see anybody open downfield, so he just took off and run.
Mazama, it was a great run. He made everybody miss him, and what a pickup.
More of an opportunity for him when he didn't have anybody open downfield. And with a prevent defense in there for Mazama, that opened up the run a little bit for Klingler, and it's 1st down. Good field position for Hidden Valley. They're down to the 32-yard line in Mazama. Vikings leading it 7-0. Man comes in motion. Austin across the middle, hits his man, and then dropped. 2nd down and 10.
That was a great pass. Right to where it needed to be.
Next week, it's the 49th annual Canal Bowl. Mazama at Klamath Union next Friday night.
I always look forward to that. That's a great field. Scoreboard looks cool. You got 2 sets of screaming fans. That's a great place to play football.
And then in 2 weeks, the matchup everybody's anticipating, the Henley-Mazama matchup. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 32. Snap. Klingler will take it, roll right, now throw downfield, and it is incomplete. Tapped away by Brody Hubble for the Vikings. It'll be 3rd down now. The incomplete pass stopping the clock. 8:48 left in the opening period of play. Mazama leading 7-0.
Yeah, they opened up well. 2 plays is what it took to score.
Trevor Anderson going up the middle after a long run from Tyson Van Gastel to set that up.
Viking football.
3rd down and 10. Here's Klingler. A little bit of a mix-up in the backfield again. Iwamizo gets the ball, gets tripped up. Isn't going to get the 1st down, but he got some significant yards out of the play due to a pretty good second effort from the young man. 4th down and 5. Ball at the 27 of Mazama. Kind of a no-man's land here for Hidden Valley.
Pretty much.
Really don't have a field goal opportunity, I don't think, but you don't want to punt that deep either. And so they will go with 4th down and 5. Send a man in motion to the near side. Throw across the middle is
1st down.
1st down, Hidden Valley. Right at the 20. Moving the football well down in this opening drive.
Well,
Impressive.
The consensus was
Pierce Cannot making the catch.
Consensus was Mazama was just going to run away with this game, but Hidden Valley came to play.
1st down and 10 at the Mazama red zone line. 20-yard line, 7:47 left opening quarter. Hidden Valley moving the ball against the Viking defense. Klingler to Iwamizu on the handoff, and he won't get much. Maybe a yard. Inside tackle Second down and about 9.
Did a good job of hanging on to that ball. Mazama was doing everything they could to rip it out.
Vikings halftime festivities will include all the homecoming gala stuff that they usually do. We'll have some of that on radio, some of it on video. You can watch both, or watch the game on TableRockSports.net for free, or you can, of course, listen to the radio, 106.5 FM, 1240 AM. Imamizu's in motion.
Timeout, Hidden Valley.
And the Mustangs say they want to talk about it. So, 7-0 Mazama with 6:51 left in the opening quarter. Vikings with the lead, and we are back in 1 minute.
Aren't scripted. If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
We are back here. We took a 30 out of 60. Hopefully we didn't mess up Dennis on the other end there. Sorry, D. Second down and 9. Man comes in motion from the wing to the near side. Iwamizu with a handoff, and he's nailed as he got up to the 20-yard line. Mazama defense answering the call there.
Mazama knew that was coming.
Want to say hi to Wendell and Kathy, who are listening. Bo Fullerton's parents, Wendell and Kathy Fullerton, in the lovely state of Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Always listen and sometimes watch the broadcast, but they're always right there following what son Bo's doing. Can't forget to give them a shout, so I got that in early. Third down and 10. Snap from center comes to Klingler. Going to be flushed out of the pocket, trying to run back to the original line of scrimmage. Still on his feet, though.
He's a gamer.
And a scrum, rugby scrum, down to about the 16-yard line to the far sideline. Don't know if he got out of bounds, did not, but close. And it'll be fourth down. The clock continues to run. 6 minutes and 40 seconds in the opening quarter. Zama, they've had one on this drive. Come with wideouts to both sides of the line of scrimmage. Slots to both sides. Klingler in the shotgun takes a snap.
Got a man in the
corner.
home
run ball, has it in there. Does he catch it? Incomplete. Tough break. Looked like he had his man beat somewhat.
It sure did. It looked like it to me. I kept waiting for the arms to go up.
John Kosow was the intended receiver, 6'3" senior. Did not come down with the ball, so Mazama and the defense, who has played stellar lately, officially 2 shutouts in a row, even though they did not play last week. That 50-0 win 2 weeks ago was pretty impressive over at North Bend. Mazama gets football back on the offensive side. 1st and 10 at their own 16 with 5:13 left in the opening quarter.
That was quite a road trip for KU going up to North Bend last week.
Here's Van Gastel, handed off, and big run to the right-hand side across the 30 to the 30, 40-yard line. That's Trace Horton. Yeah, I heard a story about that. Didn't hear much about it, though.
Well, I don't know all the details, but a good friend of mine has a son that plays on that team, and we were talking via text about the upcoming Beaver and Husky and Duck football games, and he had to go to bed because he had to pick his son up at 3:30 in the morning. Well, he didn't get him till about 7. Their bus, and I don't know which pilot it was at, but it was parked in a semi, managed to sideswipe it, so they had to bring him another bus.
Especially when you're that far from home, you got to wait for the other one to get there. First down and 10, Mazama at their own 33-yard line. Vikings with a 7-0 lead. Back to throw, Van Gastel. Going to go up top, and the ball is almost intercepted.
Good defense by Hidden Valley.
Incomplete. Zach Humphrey, was the defender on the intended receiver and just about came down with a pick for Hidden Valley. Impressive so far from Hidden Valley on both sides of the ball.
I agree.
Even though Mazama did score relatively easy after the first two plays, Hidden Valley has come to battle the Vikings here. Incomplete pass stopping the clock. 4:29 left in the first quarter. Second down and 10. Vikings. There's a handoff straight ahead, and this is going to be Trevor Anderson into
flag.
Hidden Valley territory. But you're right, we do have some laundry on the field. It's against Hidden Valley. I know that one of the things that you and I talked about is there was one negative in that 50-0 win that we were fortunate to come out of North Bend with a couple of weeks ago was the Viking penalties.
Exactly.
And I think
you could hear Coach Lease from the press box. He was not a happy man.
First and 10, Mazama at the Hidden Valley 46-yard line. Tyson Van Gastel, 6'3" junior. Now we've got some movement. Looks like Hidden Valley jumped across.
Looks like the entire defensive line jumped across.
Trying to get a little bit of an advantage. And that moves the ball 5 yards further up to the 41.
Well, in the position the two teams are, Hidden Valley has to take some chances. This is their state championship. If they could drive home to Hidden Valley with a win in the books, all would be right in their world. So,
well, it would send shockwaves. I'm sure the entire state would feel that. First down and 5 for Mazama at the 41-yard line. Mazama's been ranked number 1 all season long,
and for good reason.
Here comes a handoff up the middle. Not much running room there to about the 37.
You get the first down?
Let's see. Wait for the spot. Nope.
About a half yard short, yeah.
About a half a yard. So here's what I, as a play caller,
and
I like to call myself a play caller from time to time.
Let's give credit where credit is due. You are an amazing play caller.
This is where I go downfield with a pass because I only need a yard. It's only second down.
Good point.
I'm going to take a chance here. See if the Vikings do the same. Near side hash mark. Van Gastel.
Well, Tyler Aguilar was out there.
Well, and here comes Van Gastel with the quarterback sweep around the far side. He's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Or did he get in? I was right there in the corner. I didn't see.
I think they're saying he stepped out of bounds.
He did step out, but a good run. Utilizing the far side of the field, there was nobody over there, and Van Gastel with better than average speed. The 6'3" junior now has to run all the way over to the sideline on the other side to get
That's
the play.
What keeps him in such good shape. How many miles do you think that guy puts in?
It's crazy.
Not during training, but just back and forth getting plays.
First down and goal for Mazama at the 7-yard line with 2:49 left in the opening quarter. Mazama leading it 7-0. Up the middle the ball goes. No signal yet.
Crowd thinks so.
Touchdown Mazama.
There we go.
That's got to be Trevor Anderson's second of the game. 13-0 now, Mazama with a lead. And Marcos Aloha Ford will attempt the PAT for the Vikings. Number 4 waits for the snap. It's a good one. Kick is on the way. It is good as well. Mazama 14 and Hidden Valley 0. We've got more football for you here on CBS Sports Radio and Table Rock Sports in 1 minute.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between $7,000 and $10,000. At Conger Morris, a full-service funeral, including a wooden casket, is only $4,900. We can keep our prices lower because we're local. In fact, we're the only locally owned, family-run, full-service funeral and cremation provider in the Valley. Call us today to schedule an appointment for personalized assistance with our caring staff. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Well, Dennis, I did it to you again with only a 30, but that's okay. We're back here at Mazama. We'll probably start taking 30s from time to time, since the referees sometimes don't remember they're supposed to give you 60-second media timeouts between touchdowns. But some officiating crews are good. Darren Rutledge is very good at it. He always makes sure, but he's not on the field tonight. High end over end kick from Horton. And here comes a return for Hidden Valley. Up to the 15, the 20, and about the 24-yard line.
For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, your vehicle, or your business glass needs. Locally owned, family run, that's Bill's Glass. They support our schools and the community.
Speedy recovery to Bob Wynn. Had a little procedure done today. Good luck, Bob. We're all counting on you.
Been there, done that.
First down and 10. Ball at the 24 for Hidden Valley. Vikings leading at 14-0. Snap. Give to Iwamizu. Breaks a tackle. 10 yards. First down.
Nice run.
42-yard line. Iwamizu is a 3-sport athlete, and he's a good one. First down 10, Hidden Valley.
They came to play.
You know, that song comes to mind, that Werewolves of London song. I'm going to make a point about that here in just a moment. First and 10. As Klingler has a lone setback standing next to him. Now he takes a snap, flushed out of the pocket, and boom, he goes down hard.
And he was welcome to that real estate outside the pocket.
Takes a sack, the second one of the ball game.
So his hair was perfect?
Well, I was looking at Vic Lease, who's always dapper. He's always got the suit and the tie look. He's coaching on the sidelines, and I can only think of one line in the song that fits. I'd like to meet his tailor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Vic represents to his team the professionalism that he demands.
Yep.
He walks the talk.
You will never see him look like Bill Belichick on the sideline, I don't think. He likes to represent the Vikings well. Second down and long. Here's a snap to Klingler, going to go back to throw again.
And he's down.
He's going to be sacked again. Bo Fullerton challenging his defense to step it up a little bit, and I think they've answered the call there.
Just a matter of a few defensive adjustments, and I think they're back to where they started when they first got the ball from us.
Third down and forever right now for Hidden Valley. Scoreboard says 13, but that can't be right. 18 is correct. Near side hash, Hidden Valley in the traveling white with the blue numerals trimmed in orange. Vikings in their home blues with the white pants. Blue stripe down the side, trimmed in black. Here's the toss. Intercepted. Mazama's going to score on a pick six. Touchdown, Mazama. Is that Anderson that picked it?
Sure was.
Trevor Anderson with his third touchdown. His first, though, from the defensive side on the pick six.
That's just awesome.
And the Mazama Vikings have opened up a 20-0 lead.
The hat trick. Got to dig it.
With 34 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Crazy.
Marcus Aloha Ford once again to keep that leg busy.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about warming up, does he?
Not much. Good snap. Kick. On the way and good.
Automatic, 21-0.
The Vikings in the first period have opened up. Well, I almost blew that one, didn't I, David? 21-0 lead over the...
Quick, take a break.
Yeah, I better do that. Over the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Back after this commercial break.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Road, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Vikings 21, Hidden Valley 0. First period, 34 seconds remaining in the quarter. As Trace Horton booms one.
Oh, my goodness. Almost at the end line.
And it'll be a touchback, first and 10 at the 20. Good kick there.
For years, family-owned Abby's Legendary Pizza has been a proud Mazama Vikings supporter. Drop by one of their clean, comfortable parlors after tonight's game to celebrate all the big plays and enjoy some of Klamath Falls' finest pizza.
That reminds me, David, I think I brought this up a couple of weeks ago when we were in North Bend that
somebody
said we were supposed to get Abby's Pizza delivered to the press box every game.
You know, I have a tough enough time talking. It'd be really interesting to see how I do with a mouth full of Abby's Pizza.
But what I'm thinking is that delivery driver gets the address of Pacific Terrace instead of Mazama High School. That's what I'm thinking. First and 10.
That might be interesting, procedure-wise.
Here comes a run from Iwamizu up to about the 28-29. Might be close enough for a first down.
Yeah, I think he's just a little short. Let's see where the spot is.
That might be the final play of the first period. We're down to 17 seconds. Hidden Valley not in any hurry to run a play, I don't think, down by 21, but they may get a playoff here. They're back. The scoreboard is to their back, so they're really not able to tell how much time is left.
Time's out.
And they did not get the snap off. First quarter is in the books here at Mazama High School, and it's all Vikings so far. Mazama 21 and Hidden Valley nothing. We'll come back with more after this 1-minute break.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
We go to period number 2 here at Mazama High School. The Vikings on homecoming night 2022 off to a good start, leading it 21-0.
That'll do.
Hidden Valley now switching sides, moving it from right to left. Second down. Handoff, Iwamizu breaks a tackle. 35-38, first down, Hidden Valley.
He's a scrapper.
He's going to get his yards tonight, I think. Iwamizu, good runner.
Well, that's the horse the Mustangs have been riding, no pun intended.
Henley defeated Hidden Valley at Hidden Valley 42-14 when the two teams played there. And as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Hidden Valley opened Big Sky Conference play with a 10-8 loss at Klamath Union. The first time the Pelicans have won over Hidden Valley in many years.
A lot of firsts for KU this year.
Firsts in
a long time.
First down and 10. New set of downs for Hidden Valley. Down by 21, though.
Timeout, Hidden Valley.
Timeout, HV. We will take one as well and come back here to Viking Field. It's Mazama leading it 21-0.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
Pitch.
Randy Adams and Fast David Gullickson. You can say it any way you want, but it all.
No, you can say it the right way. Spell it any way you want.
Spell it the way you want.
Hats off to those guys at Klamath Falls Subaru for spelling it in a way I hadn't seen in quite a long time.
Second down and 12, 38-yard line.
Yeah, they threw the pitch and it went nowhere.
Yeah, they lost yardage on the play. Next Friday night we'll be at Modoc Field. Boy, that place has a long history with me.
It does indeed.
Sacred Heart played football there my entire career. Here's a pass going downfield from Klingler. And it's incomplete. At the 45-yard line, third down.
They almost got Klingler in the back there. He just let that ball go.
Now in studio, producer Dennis Langford has the most famous story of Modoc Field when he was the team manager at KU and we played their JV team. That was back in the day where they put the little marks on the helmet if you made a good play. Little paint mark.
Okay.
But they ran out of the paint that goes on the helmet, so Dennis found some old house paint.
Oh.
And so our jerseys, who were brand new at Sacred Heart, by the way, by the third quarter, we had white paint all over our jerseys when we played the KU JVs one night. Klingler goes up top, 42-yard line. It is complete. Right.
Picks up about 4.
There in front of the pole, so I did not see who caught the ball. My apologies for that. Fourth down and 6. Hidden Valley's probably going to kick it away here.
Well, they converted a 4th and 5. They missed on a 4th and 4. Let's see what they do with a 4th and 6.
Well, they're so deep in their own territory still that I don't perceive they're going to go for.
Nope, there's the man back to punt.
Anything.
Low snap.
Low snap, but he handles it well. Left-footed kick. And it takes a good Hidden Valley bounce all the way down to about the 31-yard line.
That looked like a disaster in the making. Great opportunity for Hidden Valley to pin us back a little bit.
So Vikings get it back on the punt, leading it 21-0, and we have 9:44 left. First half of play. First down and 10 Vikes. Ball's at their own 28. The bottom third of the schedule, by far the most exciting for the Vikings, getting them ready for state playoff action. Pretty safe to assume that at some point, even if Mazama were to lose one of these next 3 games after tonight, they would be in the playoffs.
I agree.
So, but to get them ready, they've got the Canal Bowl, Henley, and Marshfield, the defending state champion. Back to back to back. Marshfield at home, though, here. And it's nice to have that home game and not have to make that long trip last game of the season.
Yeah, we've got a couple of road trips in a row, just one end of town and the other. We'll thank the schedulers. I can't say that. Well, thank the people that put that schedule together.
Those schedule people. First and 10. Here's a handoff to Trace Horton, who will go upfield across the 40, 42, and Trace has got himself a first down for Mazama. What I can't understand is how Tom blows that horn at the same time he says first down. That takes talent.
He's magic.
That is an amazing feat.
No, it's an amazing mouth.
First down and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And on that note, snap the ball quick.
Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. Aguiar is your receiver to the near side of the line of scrimmage. He'll go straight up the middle with it. The Vikings continue to pound and ground across the 50-yard line to about the 48. Trevor Anderson. Or no, excuse me, that was Tyson Van Gastel. I'm sorry. Gain of 9. Second down and 1. Boy, that new turf really changes the whole scene here, doesn't it?
It's beautiful.
Really just makes it a great facility. One of the better ones in Class 4A as Van Gastel going back to throw. A little screen out there, complete, and down to about the 38-yard line. Horton making the catch to the far sideline there.
Awesome. Great field position.
Vikings don't go up top very much at all, but Tyson Van Gastel can throw.
Well, and that's a nice arrow to have in the quiver when you are a running team.
First down and 10, Mazama at the Hidden Valley 38-yard line. 8 minutes left, second period. Vikings 21 and Hidden Valley nothing. Aguiar is split to the near side. Vikings.
Wow.
Going to go with another long run. And that is Trace Horton again on the carry.
I thought he was going to break that last tackle and get touchdown number 4.
Just outside the red zone, the 21-yard line. Down to 7:28 left until halftime. 21-0 Mazama currently. Number 1 ranked team in the state. Brings Van Gastel up under center. Behind him is Anderson. He'll throw out in the flat. Aguiar makes the catch, and he's down to about the 15-yard line.
We got about 3.
Good time to work on the passing game a little bit. Second down. But getting back to the Modoc Field venue next week, Klamath Union. I did Pelican broadcasts for many years with Jim Krisman.
I remember that name.
Back in the 1990s. Routinely, the Pelicans were getting beat 62-64 against the likes then of Roseburg, North Medford, South Medford, before they moved them down out of the Southern Oregon Conference and started adding on classifications. Here's Van Gastel to throw again, rolling to the near side. Touchdown, Mazama. Trace Horton into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikes on a TD pass. And it is 27-0 Mazama. With my good friend Pat coming in. Well, the PAT anyway. So far, Marcus Aloha Ford, 3 for 3 in that department. Good snap. Placement is good.
Automatic.
Kick is where it should be, and the Vikings now have a 28-0 lead. Mazama leading it big here in the second quarter. We've got 6:17 left, second period.
Crazy.
We're back in 1 minute.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Fuel up for your race day adventures with Pinnacle 365. Pit for your early morning caffeine fix to help you get off to a good start and be rewarded with free motivation. Stay hydrated as you ride into Turn 2. And if fountain drinks are your thing, get your 6th free. Add Crunch to your lunch as you head into Turn 3. Fuel up for the remainder of the race with your Peak Rewards app and save at least 16 cents a gallon. Your daily journey to the winner's circle starts at Pinnacle 365.
Vikings by 4 score, 28-0 as Horton's kick will be returned from the 13.
Oh, he dropped it.
Bobbled it, picks it back up. Now he's going to have to get some much earned yardage up to about the 20.
He worked hard for that 3 yards.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous there. Had it bounced out of his arm and toward the end zone. Would have been a race for the football. First and 10, Hidden Valley trailing by 28.
Sign Pro is a proud sponsor of Viking Sports. If you need signs or banners or graphics or vehicle lettering, turn to the experts at Sign Pro. See them online at signproklamathfalls.com or call 541-884-9601.
Vikings defense so far has bent but has not been broken. As Klingler has Iwamizu to his left-hand side in the backfield. The handoff is to Iwamizu, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage. Probably going to lose a yard there. And it'll be second down.
And as soon as he got that ball, he looked to where he was going and he says, I'm not going anywhere.
The hole that was supposed to be there for him was not there at that point. Second down and 10. Hidden Valley comes with receivers everywhere. 2 wideouts and a slot to one side, a slot to the other side of the line of scrimmage. And here's a give again to Iwamizu, who just runs it up to about the 22. Couple of yard gain.
Mazama's making it tough on him.
Well, and a lot of it too, David, is you when you first start a ball game, you have a little bit more energy, if you will.
Well, the adrenaline's an amazing thing.
You get down by 4 score, and you're playing the number 1 team in the state, and you're thinking, well, now we understand why they're so good.
Indeed.
So, and Mazama, I have to give them credit. The defense has stepped up after, as mentioned, bending but not breaking. They throw across the middle.
Speaking of defense, that was great defense by Tyler Aguiar. Did we get the pronunciation of his name correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think we did.
As one whose last name never gets pronounced correctly, I hate to ruin anybody else's.
Has anybody ever called you good luck, son?
We don't have enough time for me to tell you how many permutations of my last name I've heard over 65 years.
Hidden Valley to punt from their own 5-yard line. No Mazama rush and a line drive kick. And boy, what a bounce that takes. Look at that
Down
bounce.
to the 29.
Good kick. The line of scrimmage was a 22. Mazama will get it around the 30, so you get 28 to the 50, and then another 20.
Yeah, that was Mazama showing a little bit of mercy early on in this game.
48-yard punt with no return. That's not bad for a high school kicker. 4:53 left until halftime. Mazama leading it 28-0. If you're of the running clock,
I was waiting for you to mention that.
That will not start until the second half. So Mazama could go up by 35 before halftime, but it would not start until after the halftime mark. Tyson Van Gastel coming from the sideline with the play for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Tyson going to roll and throw on 1st down. Goes downfield. Incomplete. Brody Hubble, I believe, was the intended receiver there.
Or correct,
Brendan Monteith. They were both in the vicinity there. Monteith there as well. Incomplete pass stopping the clock. It'll be 2nd down.
Remember, at halftime, we'll be presenting our homecoming court, and then our Mazama High School band will be performing.
Other games around the Big Sky Conference tonight, Henley and Klamath Union. See if we can effort to get a score maybe in that game. Our good friend Bill Crawford might be listening online or watching. Bill, if you could possibly do that for us, we'd appreciate it. And also Marshfield and Ashland playing over the hill at Walter A. Phillips Field.
Brock Lewis moved and brought in the flag against Hidden Valley.
Mazama has not been penalized once tonight. Hidden Valley just a few times.
I would not want to be the Viking that commits the first penalty. We'll just leave it at that.
I like the way Dan Lanning addressed the penalty situation with Oregon this week. He said, we have ways of taking care of this problem. What he meant was there's going to be some running going on. Vikings, speaking of running, going to lose some yardage here.
For probably the first time so far this half.
Good read by the Hidden Valley defense as Van Gastel is gobbled up. And it'll be 3rd down and 7. Good to hear the student body making some noise downstairs.
Oh, yeah, place is packed.
Despite the large lead. You kind of want your guys to do that, right?
Of course. Loud and proud till the end of the game.
Makes it just so much better.
Somebody moved too soon.
That might be the first penalty on Mazama here. We'll wait to see. But
yep.
I jinxed them after I said they hadn't been penalized. Look what happened.
I wish we had that kind of power.
So instead of 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and 12 for the Vikes. Scoreboard says 2. That can't be right.
Well, and looking at it on the field, it does look like 3rd and 2. They didn't. It is 3rd and 2.
Oh, that was against Hidden Valley then. They moved it up 5 yards. That was a Hidden Valley penalty. Vikings pick up 1st down yardage more across midfield down the left sidelines, far sidelines and out of bounds. And Mazama with yet another 1st down with Trace Horton getting the call there. Down to 3:34 left until halftime. Mazama enjoying a good night so far, leading it 28-0.
You know, we're talking about the student section, and I must throw out some more props, and I did it all night to North Valley. They were down 50-0, and that student section was still.
Oh, you mean North Bend?
North Bend was still making the rounds, still screaming. They came through the visiting side, and they're not being obnoxious. They're just being fired up. The whole band was there, complete drum line, and it's obviously there's no victory coming, but props to North Bend.
Hubble goes in motion for the Vikes. Back to throw is Van Gastel going to be wrapped up for a loss back at the 44-yard line. They got to him quickly. Somebody missed a block there. And it will be 3rd down and 11 now for the Vikings. Or 2nd and 11, I'm sorry. 2nd down and 11. Clock moving down to 2:51 left until halftime.
Henley's up 35-0 right now.
Henley 35 and Klamath Union nothing. Wow. And Gastel going to be hurried again, going to get rid of it. And it's caught. Look at this. That's Hubble. Brody's going to the end zone. Touchdown, Mazama.
Wow.
Brody Hubble.
And that is the sign of an instinctually great football team. Van Gaskel has nowhere to go. His man gets himself open a little bit. Van Gaskel, with the arm strength that he has, manages to weave that in there. Not that that was designed in any way, shape, or form, but when the play is broken, the good guys rise to the top.
Hubble scores his first TD of the night. This is PAT try number 5 for Marcus Aloha Ford.
Automatic.
And he puts it right through the uprights. Mazama leading it by a score now of 35-0. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
New phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
Mm-hmm. I got exactly what I wanted. It was great to have so many different options.
New and current customers can get any phone from any brand free, only at US Cellular.
New and current customers get any phone free at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Another booming kick from Trace Horton into the end zone.
No chance to do anything with that one.
No, it is 1st and 10 at the 20.
Table Rock Sports says hello to our 2,000, that's right, 2,000 YouTube subscribers. Hello. You want to join the team? Go to our Table Rock Sports page at youtube.com. Click on the red subscribe button. You'll get prompts when games go live, and you'll be able to keep up with all the action.
Hidden Valley with no answer tonight for Mazama. 35-0 now. Mazama with the lead. We're not even at halftime yet. As Klingler will bring his team to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 20. Man comes in motion to the near side. And here's Iwamizu on the handoff. He'll get some yardage up to about the 24, 25. Iwamizu with a good carry there. 2nd down, gain of 5.
And Mazama defense just swarmed him.
Down to 1:48 left until halftime.
And a great halftime we're going to have. It's homecoming, man.
Comes a man in motion from the slot to the far side of the line of scrimmage. He'll set there, and here's the handoff to Iwamizu again, who will get it to about the 27-yard line. A gain.
Tough 2.
Maybe 2. And it will be third down. Interesting to see how different teams travel with their fans. Obviously, if you have a team that's 5-0 instead of 2-3, you're probably going to have a few more visiting fans across the way. But
and when you're 4-0, you bring, I counted 150, maybe 200 Viking faithful at the North Bend game.
There was a good contingent.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, when you get a chance to go to the coast, right? Get over there and enjoy the ocean beaches for a little bit. Third down and 3, back to throw as Klingler goes downfield, and it is caught for a first down and more, down inside the 37-yard line, rather. That was a great catch.
It was.
Was that Iwamizu or was that number 12 making the catch? That was
Did not
12.
see. I was trying to figure out an angle around my favorite pole here.
Me too. John Casal making the catch there for Hidden Valley. And it'll be first down. That's the longest play from scrimmage tonight.
It is.
For Hidden Valley.
In fact, there's probably more total yards on that play than they've gotten in total the whole game.
Down to less than 30 seconds to play in the half. Hidden Valley at the Mazama 37-yard line. They'll send a man in motion. And here comes Klingler to throw. Flies.
Pass was tipped and it might have
been almost intercepted. Trevor Anderson has one pick six tonight, almost got the second one.
And he was trying to catch it. I saw his eyes looking up at the ball. He wasn't he wasn't running before he caught it. It wasn't one of those things. Just made a great effort that didn't quite connect.
Cross Point leading Chiloquin 32-0.
Excellent. This could be the last play of the half.
13 seconds. Klingler again going to look downfield, try to get rid of it, and runs it out of bounds. Stopping the clock with 6 seconds left.
So that was the next to the last play of the half.
Was it incomplete?
Yeah, he got it off before he went out of bounds.
He went okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Either way, the clock has stopped. 6 seconds.
A huddle amongst the stripes.
I think they want to know if he passed the line of scrimmage when he threw the football.
And apparently he did. Or something else. This looks like a 15-yarder. Ouch. You see an indication of what the penalty was?
30-8, by the way. They had a correction on that score. Cross Point leading Chiloquin 30-8. Up at the new Palace, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Chiloquin High School.
Beautiful field there.
Boy, this penalty hurt Hidden Valley in a big way. Puts the ball back into their own territory at the 48-yard line. Down to 6 seconds. This will definitely be the last play of the half as the handoff to Iwamizu is stacked up right at the 50-yard line, and we are at halftime. It is home Mazama here on Homecoming Night 2022 as the Vikings lead it by a score of 35-0. We will take a 2-minute break and come back with more after this.
Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Traffic Safety First. Today we are going to be discussing some tips to help maintain a safe environment when operating your motor vehicle in a parking lot. Let's get to it. information in today's video will include some ways to be extra cautious while in parking lots, specifically as they are heavily trafficked by vehicles and pedestrians. Here are some quick tips to keep yourself and pedestrians safe. Drive slowly in parking lots to be able to react as quickly as possible if a vehicle or pedestrian starts to enter your line of traffic. Make sure you have no distractions keeping you from paying attention to your surroundings. These can include radios being on, food or drinks nearby, or other passengers wanting your attention. If you see a vehicle attempting to leave a parking spot, stop with enough room to let the vehicle fully back out of their spot. Consider 2 car lengths of space as a guide for the minimum distance to give a reversing vehicle. Make sure to look behind you on all sides before attempting to back out of a parking space. Look into blind spots before turning into another flow of traffic or in and out of parking spaces. If you see a pedestrian trying to cross a line of traffic, stop your vehicle and let them cross. We hope you are able to take these tips with you when driving in parking lots to help keep yourself and those around you safe. Until next time, stay healthy, be safe, and thanks for watching.
Mazama leading at 35-0 at halftime. We will get a few moments here of the Mazama High School Marching Band.
Absolutely, got the band on the field.
On homecoming night. So we'll get ready for this performance here. And they may not have numbers, but I hear they're mighty. So,
and again, not taking anything away from this band, but going back to North Bend again, there had to have been 150 kids in that band.
Yeah, they have a pretty good music program over there.
Tremendous.
They just dropped down from 5A back from 5A to 4A.
And a drum line second to none. I'm a bit of a band geek, ladies and gentlemen, and the drum lines are what it's all about when it comes to high school football.
Well, we know the Mazama Vikings, see if I can get some stats here. I think we're going to have some for you. We do. Yours truly learns to operate said electronic device. Vikings with 35 points. Trevor Anderson scoring on the second offensive play of the game from 35 yards out. Anderson then scored from 7 yards out with 2:43 left in the first quarter. And then Anderson picks off the pass, runs it back for a touchdown on the defensive side for Mazama with 34 seconds left in the first period. All 3 PATs connecting from Marcus Aloha Ford. Tyson Van Gastel threw a pass into the end zone to Brody Hubble for a touchdown with 6:17 left in the second period. And he also threw one to Hubble for 44 yards. So Brody Hubble with 2 touchdowns. Trevor Anderson with 3. One of those a defensive touchdown. 35-0 Mazama.
Representing the freshman class is Kalia Dodd and Kaylin Gara Leal. They're riding in a Ford pickup driven by Kalia's aunt. Kalia's involved in Mazama's volleyball and service learning. Outside of school, she enjoys hanging out with her friends, 4-H, softball, basketball, and fishing. Kanan is involved in football. Outside of school, he enjoys hanging out with his friends and playing small.
We're going to bring you some of the halftime festivities here. This is homecoming night at Mazama.
Next up for the sophomore royalty, representing the sophomore class, is Caitlin Duran and Chris Baldwin. They're riding in a Ram 1500, driven by Caitlin's uncle. Caitlin is involved in Mazama's volleyball. Outside of school, she enjoys hanging out with her friends. Chris is involved in football and wrestling. Outside of school, he enjoys playing and basketball with his friends.
Once again, we're bringing you some of the festivities, more on video than radio. It's probably better on video than radio, but we're bringing you the halftime homecoming festivities here at Mazama High School. The Vikings leading it by a score of 35-0.
Next up is the junior royalty. Kendall Pruitt and Armando Galindo are representing the junior class. They're riding in a pink Jeep Wrangler driven by Kendall's dad, Bryce. Bryce says that the windows are tinted so you can't see them. Kendall is involved in student government, FBLA, STEM&M, Honor Society, cheerleading, and tennis. Outside of school, Kendall enjoys going on late-night drives and spending time with her family. Armando is involved in football, wrestling, track and field, robotics, honor society, student government, and crew club. Outside of school, he enjoys lifting weights and giving gloves. Now it's time to meet our senior class homecoming royalty. Our first senior royalty duo is Kaylee Reedite and Nathan Baker. Kaylee's involved in FFA, STEM&M, varsity volleyball. Her plans for next year are to go to college and possibly play volleyball. Her favorite memory at Mazama is becoming a Skyline champion last year. Nathan is involved in varsity baseball and basketball. His plans next year are still in the works. His favorite memory from high school was the spring break baseball trip to Newport. The next senior homecoming royalty duo is Riley Utley and Jose Pena. Riley and Jose are riding in a Dodge Ram driven by Riley's grandpa Steve. Riley is involved in student government, softball, and basketball. Next year, Riley plans to attend college and pursue her dreams of becoming a veterinarian. Riley's favorite memory from her time at Mazama is winning the ASB president election. Jose is involved in Mazama's FBLA and soccer. Next year, he plans to go to college and move to Washington. His favorite memory from his time at Mazama is when he and Nikai paid Chase to eat the bathroom cracker. The next senior royalty is Matt Quirk and Frank Fleming. Matt and Frank are riding in a Toyota Tundra driven by Matt's stepdad, Miguel. Matt is Mazama's FBLA president and Honor Society vice president. She is also involved in varsity soccer, student government, and track. Next year, Matt plans to attend a four-year university to obtain a master's in business administration. Her favorite high school memory is leading the student sections with Chase and Baker. Frank is not involved in any sports or club, but he absolutely loves football and the team. Next year, Frank will be attending the transition program where he will be learning job-related skills and be providing landscaping services. His favorite memory is walking the halls with the football team while the students lined the halls and cheered before the semifinal playoff game last season.
You're listening to the homecoming coverage here at Mazama High School. It is halftime. Mazama leading 35-0.
Driven by Haley's dad, Kevin. Haley is involved in varsity soccer and track and field. Her plans for next year are to go to college and specialize in plastic surgery. Her favorite memory from Mazama is becoming good friends with a foreign exchange student and going to football games with the friends to cheer on the team. Trace is involved in Mazama football and wrestling. His plans for next year are becoming a firefighter for a year and enlisting in the Marines after. His favorite memory of Mazama is his freshman year football camp because it was very fun and an exciting trip.
A couple of Mazama players having to make a quick run over there and get in the vehicles, David.
I agree. It's great to see, too.
One of those.
And the best thing is these are true Klamath Falls women here. They're riding around in pickups and skirts and heels and managed to get out unscathed and unembarrassed. Way to
2022 Homecoming Club. At this time, our senior royalty members will pop balloons. The king and queen will have blue rose petals, and the other members will have white rose petals. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to Haley Schreiber and Trace Horton, Mazama's 2022 Homecoming Queen and Queen. But ladies and gentlemen, your man Trace Horton is going to give up his crown for the man, Pregame!
Pretty good night. Pretty good night. For
As
Trace
good as
Horton.
it gets, man. That's just awesome.
Yep. Good stuff. 35-0 our score, and we're going to break away, get some commercial time in, and bring you more here from Viking Field in Klamath Falls. The Vikings' homecoming court has been announced, introduced, and decided. We'll be back after.
See it on $1,000 and $10,000. At Conger Morris, a full-service funeral, including a wooden casket, is only $4,900. We can keep our prices lower because we're local. In fact, we're the only locally owned, family-run, full-service funeral and cremation provider in the Valley. Call us today to schedule an appointment for personalized assistance with our caring staff. Conger Morris will always be there.
8.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the center of the field as Mazama's award-winning band marches into place for tonight's entertainment.
All right, back here at Mazama High School. Get you a little bit of the marching band, and then we'll get the rest of the halftime stats for you. Also, some scores starting to filter in from other games. Earth, Wind, and Fire tonight is the...
Do you remember?
Listen to this Mazama marching band just a bit here. Earth, Wind, and Fire, September from the Mazama Marching Band. As we have a 35-0 ball game here at halftime. Randy Adams along with Fast David back here at...
and a cast of thousands with homecoming.
That's right. It has been all Mazama in the first half.
Truly.
And
you cannot, there are not enough football cliches and superlatives to describe what Vic and his men are doing on the field these days.
Well, and it's a score that probably doesn't surprise a whole lot of people out there.
Absolutely not.
Right now.
But to maintain that kind of domination, especially with a week off when you're all fired up to play a game and you don't, and you know, an amazing thing. Hats off to Vic and the coaching staff and the team captains to keep everybody motivated and fired up, but not burn out. It's awesome.
Total offense yardage-wise, Mazama has 263, Hidden Valley 127. Hidden Valley has run 31 plays, averaging 4 yards a play. Mazama, just 19 plays, averaging 13.9 yards per play. Hidden Valley is 5 of 13 in the passing department for 57 yards. Mazama, 4 of 6 for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns on the evening touchdown passes. Penalties, Mazama with none in the first half.
Yes, and we mistakenly gave them a penalty, so I apologize for that.
4 and 30. Either Mazama has 12. Hidden Valley had 8. Not too bad.
Which is probably as many first downs has been put up against us in a half so far this year.
For Hidden Valley, Iwamizu leads the team 14 carries, 53 yards. Really leads the team in that category. Mazama, meanwhile, Tyson Van Gastel with another great night running the football, 5 carries, 53 yards.
And not a bad night throwing. What's that, 4 for 6 for 76 yards?
Trevor Anderson, 4 carries, 67 yards. And Trace Horton, 4 carries, also 67 yards. Brody Hubble, 2 touchdown catches, 62 yards. That's a 31-yard catch average. Trace Horton's caught 1 pass for 11 yards. And Tyler Aguiar has caught a pass for 3 yards.
Awesome.
Mazama leads at 35-0. There's a bigger surprise across town going on. David, you've got an update on that game?
48-0. KU is down to Henley on Henley's field, Dan O'Brien Field, if I'm correct.
It's Hill O'Brien
Hill
Field.
O'Brien
yeah.
here.
Yep.
There soon. I better get it right.
I thought they were playing at Modoc Field. No, they're at Henley. You're right.
No, they're at Henley.
You're right. They're not at Modoc Field. That's where we are next week.
That's right.
35-0 is our score. We're going to take another break and come back here with more. I want to remind you as well on the radio side that Oregon Duck football comes your way tomorrow. The Ducks down in Arizona. It's a 6 p.m. kickoff, 4 o'clock pregame show. And we'll see if Dan Lanning's Ducks can continue their winning ways, going in 4-1.
Arizona's a train wreck. Ducks are winning this game by at least 16 points.
I don't know. I'm a little scared of this one. I'm a little scared of this one.
I am an anti-Duck rooter, but if I were a betting man and I was forced to bet on that game, I would be betting heavily on the Ducks.
Always tough to go down to the desert, though.
Well, it is, and that's where the Huskies get to go into Tempe and play AASU. We haven't won there in 20 years. Oh, speaking of 20-year streaks broken, how about them Mariners?
Yeah, Mariners winning today 4-0 in their best-of-3 series play-in round against the Toronto Blue Jays.
With only 2 pitchers.
And the Padres.
Yes.
Surprising the New York Mets tonight and doing it pretty emphatically. Also, Philadelphia winning today against St. Louis.
Well, I've got some Padre buddies out there, and as you can well imagine, the unimaginable World Series would be Seattle and San Diego.
We'll wait to see. 2-minute break coming your
way.
way.
Wait a long time.
And by the way, we will have a running clock in the second half. 35-0, Mazama with the lead. We'll be back.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
Should be playing Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Welcome back here to Viking Field. Randy Adams along with Fast David and Dennis Langford in the CBS Sports Radio studios. 35-0, the Vikings of Mazama leading. By the way, I have now once again taken the lead over Dennis in the BasonLife.com NFL Challenge. After I picked correctly last night, and I was the only one in the VIP league to do so. The Indianapolis Colts victory over the Denver Broncos.
Is that what you call a victory? I guess it is.
That was the ugliest football game I think I have watched in a while.
It's called parody.
Mazama's going to kick it to start the second half. We do have another minute left, so let's take one more commercial break while we can.
Rock and roll.
Mazama 35, Hidden Valley nothing. Second half action comes your way in 1 minute.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
It is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Gladiator 4x4s or test drive a new 22 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During Jeep Adventure Days, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Back here at Viking Field, that Henley score, a little bit surprising, but, you know, Alex Stork is a KU grad, and I'm sure it doesn't hurt his feelings much to have a homecoming game.
I don't think so at all.
And beat the Pelicans as well as they're winning that game. 48-0 kick to start second half of play.
Here we go, Vikings. Here we go.
First two.
I'd go to a Blazer game.
Here comes Trace Horton's boot to start the second half. The homecoming king will boot it right into the end zone. He's got a little bit of excitement going on.
That's right. A little extra mojo happening
tonight
out there.
Yep. 1st and 10.
I mentioned adrenaline is a great thing. Testosterone is even better.
Youth is wasted on the young, David.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, my ex-mother-in-law used to tell me that all the time. Maybe that's why she's an ex. 1st and 10 at the 20.
And on that note,
how about them Yankees?
How about them Yankees?
1st and 10. Here is Klingler in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to drop back 5 steps. Look downfield. Going to be flushed. Good run out of the pocket. 28, 30-yard line. He made something out of nothing there.
That was the perfect thing to say.
Nice run for Austin Klingler. First down.
Just a sophomore.
Last year, Tyson Van Gastel just a sophomore. It's hard to believe, isn't it? He's got one more year after this one as the Mazama quarterback.
50 years ago, I was just a sophomore.
Unless, of course, David, he transfers somewhere.
The portal is a dangerous slot.
Better not even mention that. I'll get
OSAA does listen to all these broadcasts.
Not the OSAA, but Vic Lease will get on me. Here's a pitch to Iwamizu. And they made that work, but not for much yardage.
Well executed, but not very effective.
Klingler got it to Iwamizu, but he didn't get much of a gain forward afterwards. He got about a yard there. It'll be 2nd down and 9. And we do have a running clock the entire duration of the second half. Vikings leading at 35-0 here. 21 first quarter points, 14 second quarter points for the Vikings. Klingler with Iwamizu in the backfield with him. Takes a snap, going to hand it off, and Daniel goes down. Boom. Just like that, not much running room for him there. It'll be
not
third
at
down.
all.
Defensive coordinator Bo Fullerton still pitching a shutout here. Officially would be the 3rd consecutive shutout with that forfeit from last week and the 50-0 shellacking of North Bend 2 weeks ago. 3rd down and 9. Vikings opened up the season with a 26-14 win. Hard-fought win.
That was a great game.
At Estacada, then defeated Eagle Point very handily here, although the score 47-28 was not indicative in how out of control that game was. Back to throw is Klingler out of the shotgun, flushed out of the pocket. The right-hand side is going to be hit for a loss back at the 25. And then the Vikings, in their 3rd game of the season, played the number 2 at the time ranked Marist Spartans, and all they did here was win that game 42-7.
And that 7 came in late in the 4th quarter.
That could have been another shutout. Yep. You're right. 4th down, Hidden Valley to punt from their own 10. Mazama sends one return man back. We'll see.
Who is that back there?
I think it is Brody Hubble. It is. And Brody's going to let that bounce all the way down to the 25-yard line, out of bounds.
Well, some might question him not trying to make an effort, but when that ball is going end over end like that, nothing but bad things happen when you try and scoop one of those off the ground.
Well, and as effective as Mazama's offense have been here tonight, it gives you a little bit of room to work on some things, too.
Indeed.
35-0 lead. Maybe you work on the passing game a little bit more. We can certainly expect to see some new players into the game fairly early here in the second half, though, if Mazama comes out and scores quickly. No indication that they won't here after putting 5 touchdowns on the board in the first 24 minutes of the football game. Aguiar is to the near side of the line of scrimmage. Split. The Vikings keep it on the ground, run it straight forward.
Flag, maybe?
I don't see a flag.
Yeah, there's one down there.
Is there? Okay. Second and 8. It'll be a 5-yard penalty against Hidden Valley, so it'll be 2nd and 3 now as they mark those yards off. And once again, running clock here in the second half. We're already down to 6 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the third period.
2nd and 4 in spite of what the down marker says on the field.
Man comes in motion. Hand off straight up the middle, and there's first down yardage and more. He could go all the way downfield. Brody Hubble.
25-yard line. What a run.
No, not Brody Hubble. Check that. That was Trevor Anderson. Hubble throwing the blocks for him out front. That's a Mazama first down.
Wait for the horn, man. Woo-woo.
I'd like to thank our statistician tonight, Anita Horn, who's with us for every broadcast. Thank you, Anita, for your hard work. First down and 10, Mazama at the Hidden Valley 25-yard line. Vikings from the near side hash mark, moving it from left to right. Go straight up the middle. Here is Anderson again in the red zone inside the 5. And down, Trevor Anderson.
First down on the 5-yard line.
It'll be first and goal at the 5 for the Vikings.
Van Gastel will keep this one and run it up the middle.
I think they might try to float a little touch pass into the end zone. Nope, you're right. Good call. Van Gastel goes straight forward.
And there's the indication.
You called that, David. Good job. 41
What's that
to
about,
nothing.
a blind squirrel and a net? Something.
Extra point attempt to come for
The nod is
Mazama.
as good as a wink to a blind horse.
I'll remember that. Hey, look at this. Mazama's going to go. They're not even going to run the play. I think they're going to take a knee on the PAT. Classy
Class
move
act.
from Coach Vic Lease there. As to not run up the score. They take a knee on the PAT. 41 to nothing. Mazama has the lead. We have the clock is stopped with 4:19 left in the third period. Vikings football continues after this 1-minute break.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Fuel up for your race day adventures with Pinnacle 365. Hit for your early morning caffeine fix to help you get off for the remainder of the race with your Peak Rewards app and save at least 16 cents a gallon. Your daily journey to the winner's circle starts at Pinnacle 365. 365.
Trace Horton with another booming kick into the end zone. So it will be first back. Comes out for Hidden Valley.
That's a powerful weapon.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 he's put into the end zone tonight. Homecoming court went without a hitch. Band got to play. Teams ahead by 41. All is good in the bowl matchup next week at Klamath Union. Mazama will go into that game with a 6-0 record. First down 10. Here's the snap. Klingler going to roll out when he flushed.
Got a man.
Throws, and it is
nice defense.
Tipped away. No good. Incomplete. Trevor Anderson there. Tipping it away. Second down.
Tyler Aguiar.
Or was that? Oh, yeah.
Tyler played that perfectly.
Aguiar was there. Good play, Tyler. Second down.
Yeah, he just waited to the last second. Kept some spacing on his opponent so as not to get the interference call, and just batted that ball away. It was awesome.
Second down 10 at their own 20. Hidden Valley with the ball. They'll come with trips to the near side of the line of scrimmage with wide out in 2 slots. And now send a man in motion to the far side of the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap to Klingler. He's got some time. Now he's going to roll out of the pocket. Try to run it out of there and be tackled from behind at about the 21-yard line.
It was a hard-fought 1 yard.
And it will be third down. This is not summer anymore, and when the sun went down, and here we are at about, what would you say, what time is it?
I made a point of not watching the clock. Let me look at my.
But I'm just saying, we got a little nip in the air.
8:36, and that's one of the many beautiful things about living here in the Klamath Basin is you can have an 80-degree day and get the temperature nice and cool in the evenings.
3rd down and 9 for Hidden Valley. They'll send a man in motion. Klingler waves him to the far side. Take the snap, roll to the near side. Looks downfield, throws, man wide open.
Intercepted.
Intercepted again by Mazama. This is Brody Hubble, who just slides and takes a knee. Says, you know what? Go down. And he did.
And he did a great job on that because the man he was on actually had it there for just a moment. And Brody just took it away from him.
So Hubble comes up with the pick. The Vikings get the football back with $1:20 left here in the 3rd period of play. If you want to hand me some of those, I'll get the rest of those in that we have. Talking about commercial activity here.
Oh, it's a profit game.
Did we do an ad? Because
we did too, and we should do another one.
I want to bring Abby's up because I was under the impression, David, that you and I were supposed to get pizza at every game delivered by Abby's. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We're going to keep it here. And remind you, tonight's Mazama Viking game is being sponsored by family-owned Abby's Legendary Pizza.
Legendary.
With toppings to the edge, a giant Abby's Pizza can feed 4 to 6 hungry fans or players after the ball game. Klamath Union. Henley's got a tough task next week. They have to travel to Marshfield.
Well, the way that Henley has been playing, that will let them know how good they are.
That's going to be an interesting matchup between those two teams. Marshfield's just lost once this year. They are the defending state champion. So Mazama has it 1st and 10 at the Hidden Valley 37-yard line. And Jaden Backer is now in a quarterback for the Vikes. Got a new running back in as well. We'll get some of these new names and numbers as we get them.
That was Trace Horton. And he just held onto that ball with both points in his palms and rumbled for 6 yards.
Backer, 5'10", 160, and a senior coming in for Tyson Van Gastel. So I think we've seen the last of Tyson here tonight. Gain of 9 for Trace Horton, 2nd down.
This will be the last play of the quarter.
23 is the one who carried the ball last time for Mazama, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was...
That's Brody Norlock in there. Brody Norlock, a senior running back, getting a chance to play.
And I've got my new correction on it. I thought that 23 was a 22.
That's all right.
No, it's not.
Third quarter comes to an end. It's 41-0 Mazama. We'll get the 4th and final quarter on the radio. Back after this 1-minute break.
Other than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
The sweep to the left-hand side. Jaden out to about the 16-yard line and out of bounds. Jaden Backer with a good run there from the line of scrimmage. First play of the 4th quarter. Mazama leading at 41-0. Good to see some of these other players who don't get a chance to get into a game much get on a homecoming night. get on the field and
It's always a good thing to get some playing time in a homecoming game. Your friends get to see what you can do. You get to show the rest of the world what your capabilities are. And
Mazama called for their first penalty of the night, and it didn't happen until the fourth quarter tonight.
Did you catch the indication of what it was?
Did not see the indication, but it's a big one. It puts it back all the way to the, what is that, the 32-yard line. Third down at 5 is what it says at the 32 for Mazama.
Interesting.
Younger players in the ball game. Send a man in motion. Here's Backer, hands it off. Norlock, I think.
Yep. I think he got the first down. You bet he did.
Brody Norlock on the carry for Mazama. And it's a Mazama first down. No horn. I guess after the third quarter, he got tired of blowing the horn so much. Over there.
Count your blessings.
10 Mazama. Ten and a half minutes left in the football game. Vikings.
Homecoming. You got to love it.
The only thing about homecoming that is a drawback is that it goes by so fast when you're a kid. And you got the game. I don't know if they're having a dance tonight or tomorrow night. I would think they're having it tomorrow night.
You know, as one high school for me, being at work and riding a motorcycle, I never partook in any of those festivities back in the day.
Jaden Backer inside the red zone, sends a man in motion and hands it off, and that's going to be some yardage. Touchdown, Mazama. Was that Norlock into the end zone? Who was that? Could have been number 31 there.
Seth McLean. Right on, Seth.
Seth 5'9", 200, and a junior. McLean with the score for the Vikes, making it 47-0. Vikings again look like they're just going to take a knee on the PAT. Do the right thing. All right, we'll take another break. Mazama leads it 47-0 over the Hidden Valley Mustangs. We're back after this 1-minute break.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
Mazama electing to take a knee on 2 PATs now. It's 47-0. It's a shorter kick and a returnable one this time for Hidden Valley. Returned to about the 22 to the 23-yard line. With 8:23 left in the football game.
Quite a game, quite a performance by both sides of the ball. Seeing some of the second-string players in there and not losing a lick of speed, talent, or coverage.
Aaron Donovart's one of those guys I see out there that I don't normally call his name. Try to name drop some of these players as we go here. Somebody's birthday downstairs. New quarterback in for Hidden Valley, but this is going to be Iwamizu, who will run it up to about the 40 and late penalty flag thrown. And that looks like it could go against Mazama on a late hit.
Well, that's tough when they're teetering on the sideline like that. And it takes game time experience to know when or when not to make the hit.
Now they're going to move it from the 42. And it'll be a 15-yarder. So, yeah, late hit for Mazama there. Bo Fullerton's shutout with Iwamizu still in the game and a lot of second stringers in there. Bo Fullerton's going to have to fire these some of these players up a little bit.
Pick 6. Watch.
Hidden Valley with the ball, 1st and 10 now in Mazama territory at the 43-yard line. Iwamizu with a handoff straight up the middle, big yardage. He's knocked down at about the 32-yard line, close to a first down.
And another flag.
They're going to move that again.
Jesse Ferguson just came in.
Zebras talking this one over here.
They're wondering why they didn't get pizza delivered too. That's what's going on.
I think that they're upset that they should have had an Abby's Pizza here by now, for goodness sakes.
Score update, Henley 48, KU 0.
And they are in the fourth quarter as well?
Not quite.
Not there yet. Well, this is a lengthy discussion. Down on the field, the clock is stopped.
Well, it's one of them wants pineapple on their pizza, and the rest are going, are you kidding me? Tomato sauce and pineapple just doesn't go together.
You're missing out on one of the great things in
Randy,
life.
there's nothing you can convince me that will allow me to ever put something like that in my mouth.
All right, this is going to go back against Hidden Valley now. And there might be a little bit of retaliation from the play prior, as there's a 15-yard penalty assessed against the Mustangs.
Well, as well coached as Hidden Valley is, these are young men, and the testosterone gets flowing, especially when you're down 47-0. And every once in a while, you just got to make a statement, whether it costs your team or not.
All right. Start the clock back up. Now to 7 minutes left in the football game. Mazama's defense so far has pitched a shutout against this Hidden Valley team, but a lot of new faces on the field for Mazama. Handoff.
Goes nowhere.
Nowhere. Got some new players out there again for Hidden Valley as well. Both teams making some wholesale substitutions now.
Couldn't be too many. They didn't, what'd they bring, 24 kids?
Terrell McSwain just carried the ball. He's only a freshman, 5'9", 150.
Awesome.
Mazama with no freshmen on the varsity roster. A few sophomores, but not many. Mainly juniors and seniors in the Mazama Vikings roster. 2nd down and 11. The officials. Okay, Hidden Valley's finally breaking their huddle. I think they're giving them a little extra time to get that play in, to be honest with you, David.
I agree with you,
There
sir.
should be a delay of game call here, but there is not. Here's the snap. Rolling right-hand side. Throws complete, midfield and down.
And then down immediately. He had no chance to do anything but catch that ball.
Jack Matthew is the new quarterback. He is 6 foot 140 and a sophomore, completing that pass. 3rd down and 12 for Hidden Valley.
6 foot and 140. I don't think I've ever was 6 foot and 140.
Hidden Valley now with a 3rd and 12 to work with. Here's the snap. Matthew rolling to the far side, throws. Was it complete? I didn't see it, David.
My favorite pole was in the way.
Pole was in my way, too.
If it was complete, he didn't get anywhere.
No, it's 4th and 12, incomplete pass.
At the original line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 4th down and 12. Hidden Valley going to punt it away with 4:14 left in the football game. Mazama leading at 47-0. Reminder, CBS Sports Radio, the winner, brings you Oregon Duck football. Tomorrow, the Ducks and the Arizona Wildcats. From Tucson, Arizona. 6 o'clock kickoff, 4 o'clock pregame. From the desert.
And another flag.
Penalty flag. I think that there's going to be some motion there, an illegal formation of some sort, as that penalty flag was thrown where the ball was punted.
They're messing with your running clock happiness, Mr. Adams.
That they are. Some might call that prolonging the agony. And I think we're probably going to get a false start from Hidden Valley, which means they'll bring it back 5 more yards and
back it up
the
and
ball.
Try it again.
Or maybe not. They do restart the clock. Now Hidden Valley will punt from their own 30. After moving the clock back
45. And the punter runs with it, squibs it.
There it is. Downfield, takes a good Hidden Valley bounce, too. All the way inside the 10-yard line, or close to the 10, right?
Yeah, that was a great play.
Nicely done.
Punt practice in game situation.
1st and 10 at the 10, or around the 10 for the Mazama Vikings.
3 minutes to go.
3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Vikings, number 1 ranked team in the state, looking to go to 6-0 now after tonight's win. 3 big games coming up: Klamath Union, Henley, and Marshfield. 2 of those on the road. Marshfield, the one at home. That's going to be senior night, the last regular season game of the year.
What a way to end the season.
Yeah, against the defending state champion.
That's as good as it gets right there.
Jaden Backer in at quarterback once again for Mazama. Vikings just keep it on the ground. And it will be 2nd down.
Well, that Marshfield game will be a battle. And one of my favorite cliches, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Well, the problem is they've got to play Henley the week before, which might be the better game of the 2, to be honest. I don't know. Those 3 teams seem to be right close to each other in talent and depth.
Don't you love it?
Mazama, Marshfield, and Henley.
As a fan and a broadcaster, it doesn't get any better than that.
2nd down, Mazama and 10, down to 2:08 left. I'm surprised the Vikes are not just going to just take a knee here.
Well, they might.
As Backer comes up under center. On 2nd down. He wants to throw. Nope.
No, he
took it.
Pitched.
And out to about the 22-yard line. Good play for Mazama.
It was Juan Rodriguez with that.
Nice job, Juan. Down to 90 seconds left in the football game. We'll have a quick pregame or a postgame show and wrap it up here. Get ready for next week. Vikings will be down to about a minute and change here as they break the huddle. Third down for being